afternoon. It is a bit of a dark and gloomy day here today. It is snowing very, very finely. When I woke up, I looked outside and I was like, no snow, disappointing. And then I came out and I started to make a juice and everything. I looked out and I was like, wait a minute. And it's been very finely snowing. I've heard it's meant to get heavier. A lot of places like Kent and that have had quite a decent amount of snow. So that's not meant to be until later, like tonight. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, so then I can go out tomorrow and take some nice photos for you guys. And I know I didn't post them last time when I said I would put them in the vlog. I completely forgot. But if it happens, I will do it this time because my actual camera is working now. So that will be a lot better. But yeah, this morning I got up, I made a juice. I didn't bother showing you guys any of that because you've seen it before and it wasn't very exciting. The choice of vegetables and stuff that I had. It was carrot, celery, ginger, and apple, which is the same all the time. I might get some beetroot actually, we'll see. And then I decided to make some chili. So usually when I make chili, it's very straightforward. It's just kidney beans and the mince. Sometimes I put in corn, but this time I decided to do a little bit different. I wanted to use some things up from the fridge. I was gonna say the cupboard, no, from the fridge. So the actual video of me making it is quite short because I did it all on time lapse because I want you guys sat there just being like, what? But anyway, I will go through all of that. I will be putting a voiceover in for that, but I hope you guys liked it. I just tried it. I actually had the intention, you will see in the video, I put them into containers. I put enough in one container for 2 people, and then I did another one that was enough for 1 person. But because today was a little bit like very, very cold, a little bit very, very cold. I have the heating on. I actually had to put a towel at the bottom of my front door to stop the draft coming in. But yeah, I wanted to eat something nice and warm and everything, and I couldn't figure out what I wanted for lunch, and I ended up making nachos. So I quickly ran and grabbed the single portion of chili out of the freezer. I didn't show you guys that. I should have, but I didn't, sorry. I just finished eating it. But yeah, so I'm going to do a voiceover for the chili that I made today. It's a little bit different to what I usually make, but it tasted delicious. It was not simply cooked. It was just me freestyling in the kitchen. I prepped and chopped everything before I even turned the stove on. So this is 2 cloves of garlic and 3 spring onions chopped with 3 tablespoons of olive oil. I used about 3/4 of a pepper. Basically, I'm using everything that was in my fridge that was left over that I needed to get rid of. I chosen to use some pork mince in this case. When I took it out from being defrosted, it was still a little bit frosty in the middle, which is why I'm bashing it up, mixing it up. While you're doing this, make sure your kettle is on because you will need 500 mils of boiling water in a jug. You are then going to add the old El Paso chili mix in. Make sure you put the water first and then the chili mix, otherwise it will clump in the bottom. Also, make sure you stir it with a fork just to make sure everything is mixed in and you don't have any lumps or anything like that. The next thing you're going to do is add in the tin of kidney beans with all of the liquid and everything. I then had 3 tomatoes that were already roughly diced up, and I think I had about 10 green beans. I could have probably chopped the green beans a bit smaller. I don't know why I left it that big, but you can add in all of the liquid then, pop the lid on. I think I left the lid on for about 10 minutes. Make sure it's all infused and cooked and everything's nice and soft and smelling delicious. Then I left it off for about 15 minutes. So in the meantime, I had chopped and peeled, I think it was about 3 medium sweet potatoes. I popped them into the boiling water with some salt because I'm going to make mash. This is not to go together. It's separate for my dinner tonight, but I wanted to show you guys anyway. So once the sweet potatoes are done, I'm going to drain off all the water. Make sure you take as much water out as possible because you don't want soggy sweet potatoes. Leave them in the pot so you can mash them in there. As you can see with the chili, it's reduced down quite a bit, but it still has a little ways to go. So I'm just going to leave that there. With the sweet potato, what you're going to add is about a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of seeded mustard. You can use unseeded mustard if you want. Don't add any more salt and pepper. You won't need it, I promise. But do taste it. Just see how you like. If you're not a big fan of mustard, probably add in like half a tablespoon to begin and then just kind of increase it to your liking. So this one's just going to go in a bowl until later tonight. It's going to cool and then I'm going to cover it up. In the meantime, chili is ready. I had the intention, like I said to you guys, to pop it in the freezer because I like to have some things in the freezer for when you finish work and it's a little bit hectic. So I had a single portion and a double. The double portion is currently in the freezer. The single portion has already been eaten. As I mentioned, I had nachos. So you can use this chili. You can make nachos. If you're doing nachos, just pop in the corn chips, put a little bit of cheddar, then the chili mix, then some mozzarella, and throw it in the oven. Otherwise, you can have it with rice and cheese and sour cream. You can have it in burritos. You can make it as enchiladas. There's so many different things to have it as. It's such a handy thing to have in the freezer. It's delicious. I haven't made it like this before, but it tasted really nice. So I wanted to share it with you guys so you guys could give it a go. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a big thumbs up, and hit the notification bell so you get notified of more amazing vlogs like this. Bye guys!